How do mini beasts find food?
Part 3.
Small creatures have to find food to eat in order to grow. Some of them eat the leaves, shoots, flowers, fruits, and roots of plants. Many creatures even eat other creatures. Little creatures find their food in different ways. Some of them eat rotten plants or animals, while others suck juices from plants or even blood from animals. Some small creatures tunnel and burrow through the soil, while others hunt for a meal on the surface of the ground. Some mini beasts even make traps in which they catch their prey. Net-throwing spiders spin a net and throw it over their prey as it walks underneath. Animals that hunt other animals are called predators. Animals that are hunted are called prey. Animals that eat other animals are called carnivores. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Long-jawed spiders are well camouflaged on grass as they wait for their prey to walk past. Trapdoor spiders hide in a silk-lined burrow with a trap door at the entrance. They throw open the trapdoor to grasp their prey. Praying mantids are very well camouflaged. They seize their prey with their spiny forelegs and feed on it upside down. Antlion larvae lie half hidden at the bottom of the funnel-shaped pit. They flick sand at creatures that slip over the edge of the pit, so that the creatures fall down to the bottom. Blue-black spider wasps have a loud buzz which terrifies their prey. Euglandina rosea attacking a papustilla snail. Snails sometimes attack and eat other snails. If the snail has withdrawn inside its shell, the attacker will drill a hole through the shell to eat the snail. Tiger beetles are fierce hunters. They use their strong jaws to kill and cut up their prey, which includes young lizards. What do mini beasts eat? Many small creatures feed on rotten material, helping to break it down into smaller particles. Plants and animals die and rot away. They pass into the soil and are eaten by burrowing creatures. The particles contain nutrients which help little creatures grow. Mole crickets dig burrows with their large spode-like feet. They eat the roots of plants and other creatures. Scarab beetles make balls of dung and bury them in a tunnel where they lay their eggs. The larvae discover a larder full of lovely food. Mites help to break down the remains of dead plants in the soil. Some of them feed on fungi, while others hunt other mites. Millipedes tunnel through the soil. They eat particles of rotten material, which are rich in nutrients. They also eat fallen leaves, breaking them down into smaller pieces. Dermestid beetles help to tidy up the remains of dead animals. Many different kinds of small creatures can be found in compost heaps. To find them, place a handful of compost in a kitchen sieve and warm it gently with a lamp for 2 to 3 days. Remember to keep the tissue paper damp. Stag beetle larvae live inside logs. They tunnel through the decaying wood for several years before they emerge as adult stag beetles. Termites tunnel into wood or soil and build nests. These hang from trees or are hung mounds rising from the ground. Microscopic creatures live inside termites. They break down the plant food that termites eat. Which mini-beasts feed by sucking? Some insects live on liquid food. They have extremely sharp mouth parts, which they use to pierce the skin of an animal or the tissue of a plant. They usually suck blood or plant juice through a sucking tube. Fleas use the hooks and spines on their bodies to hold tightly onto the fur or skin of their hosts. Fleas can carry diseases which they inject into their hosts when they bite. In the Middle Ages, the disease called the Black Death was spread by the rat flea. This disease killed millions of people. Oleander hawk moths hover in the air like hummingbirds. Their tongues are 12 centimeters long. They use them to suck nectar from deep within a flower. Ticks are parasites. They sink their hooked mouthparts into the flesh of their host. As they suck the blood, their round elastic bodies swell greatly. Aphids feed on plant juices. Their delicate mouthparts pierce the sap vessels inside the plant, and the pressure forces sweet-tasting sap into the aphid's body. Some of the sap is passed out of the aphid as a drop of sweet fluid. This is sometimes eaten by ants. Mosquitoes feed on blood and plant juices. Female mosquitoes have a meal of blood before they lay their eggs. Male mosquitoes suck plant juices instead of blood. The long, needle-sharp mouthparts of a mosquito contain a sucking tube. Female mosquitoes bite humans. A person can lose over half a liter of blood in an hour. Jungle leeches suck the blood when they have had a blood meal. Their body swells. Thrips are tiny thunderbugs. They have mouthparts on one side of their mouth only, which they use to suck plant juices. Thrips are pests, feeding on corn and other crops. Animals that live and feed on other animals are called parasites. The animals that provide a home and food are called hosts. Rubber flies catch and stab their prey with their sharp mouthparts. Their victim is then sucked dry. Cochineal bugs suck plant juices they are used to make food coloring as they are dark red.